Hey guys, how are you and welcome back to my channel. Today is April 16th and my check-in was supposed to be on the 9th for my Nova year, but I don't know what happened. I just guess I was so exhausted from my trip. I was working so hard. When I leave to the US and I'm gonna work, I'm non-stop. So I basically, when I get back here, I sleep, but my dog, she had puppies. So I've been the crazy grandma and I haven't been really sleeping. But if you want to see, or if you didn't know, I'm in a Nova year and I want to tell you my thoughts on my process from March 9th to April 9th. I didn't take any notes this month. It was a crazy month, but my feelings are clear and are different from what I'm feeling this current month that I'm living. Just getting anxious about a few things. If you want to see my thoughts on my latest month of my Nova year, then just keep on watching. Okay, so the March to April process was really a slow process for me, and it was sort of a calm process as well. Um, when I know I'm gonna buy something for myself and when I know what I can spend, it gives me sort of a calm feeling. I already knew that I was gonna travel to the US and I knew that I was just saving money apart from the money that I get from my makeup artistry just to buy stuff for my kit. And I knew that. And they were basically all replacements or backups or stuff that I really needed for my kit, but mostly replacements because thankfully I'm building up my clientele, so I'm running low on a few stuff and I'm running out of a lot of stuff. So I was just knowing and making a list of things that I needed to purchase. That gives me just a calming feeling because I'm not that into purchasing stuff that I have to purchase, and knowing that I have to spend that money, I know that I won't be able or have that strong feeling of buying stuff that I don't need when I know that buying these will make money for me in the future. I don't know if that made any sense, but for me, having to purchase stuff, that's a responsibility. I'm pretty responsible with everything that I have to do. For me, having to purchase stuff for my kid just takes away the urge to buy other stuff because it's just something that I need to do, truly I need to do for my job. So that was sort of a calming feeling. I was just always just taking things in and out of my shopping list, seeing what I could use in my collection to replace other stuff, and just start to think about things that I need to run out of and just remove from my collection because I'm not using that much either on my kids or on myself. Thinking about how I could spend less on the huge list of products that I needed for my kids because I ran out of them or was about to run out of them. And that was basically my job throughout the entire month. Of course, I'm always doing wish lists and stuff like that. And on the other hand, it was my birthday month. So March 18th was my birthday. And I told you in a couple of videos already that we don't do birthdays. My mom and my dad, they were Jehovah's Witnesses when I was little. So I was born into it and I never got around to feel excited for birthdays. Sometimes I have a few friends that will invite me to just have dinner or something, but it doesn't actually mean that much to me, the fact that it's my birthday. What I enjoy about that is just going out with my friends because I'm not a going out kind of person. So I never get gifts for my birthday. My husband gave me flowers and that was basically it. But my mom, my dad, and they don't even say happy birthday. It's just, and don't feel sorry for me. I just don't feel anything. I just don't feel the urge for everyone to say happy birthday to me or just send me gifts. I love receiving gifts. It doesn't have to be a birthday, and that I learned when I was younger. My mom would always give us gifts. It just wasn't a happy birthday gift. So I would end up receiving more than a lot of people because it wasn't only that it was special for me one day of the year, it was special for me the entire year. So the point that I'm trying to get to is that for my birthday, I always like to treat myself to something. Just a gift from myself to myself. It's just an excuse, to be honest, because like I said, my birthday doesn't mean anything to me. It's just another day, another year. I knew what I wanted to get and I knew that I was gonna get it on my trip to the US. And it's what I ended up doing. Since it falls in the time stamp from March 9th to April 9th, I'm gonna show you what I got. And I'm also gonna talk about my behavior when I went into Sephora. So I had a $100 gift card because I bought it with the points that I had from Sephora. Those points I usually get because not only because I used to buy a lot of makeup, but because I buy makeup for my clients. I'm a personal shopper, so I do personal shopping when it comes to clothing and makeup as well. So I get a lot of points. I always hit Rouge 1 year in advance. I'm currently $16 away to be Rouge until the end of 2020. 2020. Oh my goodness, we're getting old. I had a $100 card, and what I purchased with that card was these two products. And this is the Natasha Denona In Bloom. I have a dupe in the Vibes because I really wanted this palette. And then when I was in store, the product that I truly wanted to get was the Natasha Denona foundation. But I need to work through my foundations. I feel more guilty purchasing a foundation than a palette because palettes will last longer for sure. People say that they will last 12 months. Bullshit. I've had palettes that have lasted me 6 years and they're still beautiful because if you take care of them, if you sanitize them, of course there will be a point when they don't work anymore, but powders are easier to take care of than liquids. And I have too many foundations. They do not match me, but who cares? I already purchased them. I need to finish them. So I added actually to my little Sephora bag 2 foundations from the Natasha Denona, the Face Glow foundation. I really want that foundation and I've wanted it for ages, but I forbid myself to purchase it. So then I was just watching this one because Mel Thompson from Puffin's Wife, she used to be Puffin's wife. She's still Puffin's wife. She's not Puffin's wife on YouTube. She hated this palette, I think. I think it was her who hated it. And I wanted to swatch it because the color scheme caught my eye the first time they released it. But I've never swatched it because as soon as she gave it a negative review, I thought, I don't want this palette. It's just, if it's gonna be crappy, I don't want it. They're so expensive. Oh my God. When I swatched this in store, I loved the colors right away. But when I used it after purchasing it, it's a top 3 on my Natasha Denona palettes. I have been so creative just with this palette. I would recommend it. I would truly recommend it. So this is one of the purchases that I made. And then this one, this is my first face palette from Natasha Denona. Again, I didn't feel guilty because even though I have a lot of face products, blushes, bronzers, and highlighters and stuff like that, I haven't been purchasing those type of products for the past 2 years. I purchased a few of them, but I'm pretty sure that I haven't purchased even 5 products, except for bronzers, but bronzers I go through. But blushes and highlighters, if I've purchased 5 blushes or highlighters in the past 2 years, that's a lot. I haven't, because I know that I have a ton, so I need to go through them. So purchasing these was sort of a treat. Even though I have a lot, I wanted to just get this for me. When I swatched it in store again, it caught my everything. I was so in love with it that I felt that it was a good treat to give myself. Since I was using a gift card, that doesn't count towards my 12 items that I'm allowed to purchase. And I've told you guys also this before. This no buy year for me is not about stop purchasing makeup. It's about stop spending money that I don't have. So for me, these do not count because I'm not actually spending my money on them. And they are sort of part of a gift to myself for my job and everything. And then I bought a few stuff for my clients and I got a chunk of money out of that. And I truly wanted to give, this was my main gift to give to myself. If I didn't want those other stuff, I would have just purchased this because this is one that I wanted since it was released. And this is the Viva palette by Natasha Denona. I just find that this is gonna be a palette that will be my most used palette from her. It will remove a few palettes from my collection that I do not need after having these because it has all the neutral and all the just boring shades that I need in my life and my makeup artistry kit, but in my life mostly. and I just wanted that in my favorite formula. There's something to say when you're using your favorite thing and not the second best or not the cheapest one. If the cheapest one is the favorite that you have, your all-time favorite, then amazing. But if you're just settling because you have to, it doesn't feel as good. I love using what I adore, and I'm sort of picky nowadays, and I just want the best. Pricey or not, like I said, it can be drugstore, but I just want the best for me, the thing that I love the most on every aspect of my life. So that's basically all I got for myself. But now I'm going to talk about my shopping behavior. I always love going to Sephora. I love to shop online because shopping online, you get the rebates, the cash back, and you can get also little coupons for other stuff that you can try. But the actual feeling of going into a Sephora, it's amazing. And since I removed flash flash shipping, because that's one thing that can just make me want to purchase stuff, I removed that, and instead I got my 750 points when I became Rouge. What was I gonna say? Since I removed the flash shipping and I was only gonna be in the US for a week, if you don't have flash shipping, sometimes Sephora will take longer than a week. So I decided to do my purchases in store. As soon as I got to the store, it was a beautiful store. It's an Aventura Mall. Oh my goodness. I was just going crazy. I started grabbing my little basket and putting a lot of stuff that I wasn't gonna get inside the basket. And then that was making me think about my behavior before. I used to go to the US, or I used to live in the US, and I would just go into the store and fill out a little bag with $300, $400, $500 of makeup. I wasn't even thinking through. I was just impulse shopping. Just, this looks beautiful, I want to try it, just going in. And then I was like that on the Natasha Denona section. I put in the camel palette, the little nude palette, then the Natasha Denona Viva palette, which was the thing that I was mainly going to the store for. Then I was putting in the In Bloom palette, the cranberry palette, the camel palette, the two foundations, and then it was just going, I was just walking towards and then I was thinking like, screw this, no buy year. I'm gonna just do this anyway. I just deserve it. And I was just making excuses for myself like a true addict when it comes to shopping. Because I didn't really need that stuff right away. I could wait for it. I could just enjoy stuff that I have. Like the things that I purchased are the things that after going through all this stuff that I put in my little basket, those were the things that I truly, truly wanted. This was something that I didn't have on my plans. But after swatching it and now after using it, I know that I didn't make a bad choice. I'm truly gonna use this a ton. If you go to my Instagram now, I have about 2 looks, or maybe just 1 look so far, posted with this eyeshadow palette and then one with the Viva palette. And they're so gorgeous. I know I'm gonna use them a ton. But my behavior was going backwards this quick. And I didn't end up doing it because I was like, no. And it was thanks to you guys. I knew that I had to come in here. And I was sort of thinking about excuses that I was gonna make to tell you guys for purchasing a lot of stuff. And I was thinking about lying. I'm not a liar. So then I was just like, oh my God, are you hearing yourself when you're talking to yourself in your mind? Like, you're thinking about lying to your subscribers and you don't owe them anything, in a way that you're only damaging yourself and you're only damaging your wallet and you're only creating more debt. Why would you do that? And then I just went back, put this stuff in the counter, and the first thing I thought when doing that was, I need to tell my subscribers that I was about to do this. So it was harder going to a Sephora. One of you asked that if my no buy would be different if I was in the US, and I think it would be harder. Because here I don't have a Sephora and things are way overpriced. So if I'm gonna purchase something, I'm either purchasing online in the US or going to a store when I travel there. So it was hard. And I get you guys when you're doing a no buy. It's possible because I did it. I only purchased the stuff that I was meant to purchase and I didn't break any rules from my no buy year. But it was also challenging for me, really challenging. It's just, I didn't expect it to be that hard for me. And I was gonna purchase a ton of stuff for my kids. So that's when I know that my craving doesn't go when I shop stuff that I just need. My craving goes away when I shop stuff that I want just for the sake of wanting it and being able to have it. It just gives me a power feeling. And I love the stuff that I got for my kids. They're so useful. I used it for the past week and I'm in love with the products that I purchased. Some were new to my kids, but they were replacing other stuff and they're so good. I'm really happy for my choices. Oh, and there was one other product that I got using another of my 12 items that I can purchase. And it's a Le Rouge Perfecto in the shade Spirited. I really wanted that. I will show it in another video because if I go away right now, then my lighting is gonna change and I don't want that. But I will do a video sort of a first impressions or just using a product, or if you want me to use one of these products in a video, let me know. The cranberry palette, a 3-in-1, is coming soon. I just wanted to do this video before posting that, even though that one it's already been filmed. Yeah, I also went to a Lush, but that's another video that I'm gonna make, and that's sort of a health thing. And my mom gave me those products basically. She paid for them. I paid for just 2 or 3 that were replacements. So, and it's something about my hair that is, I could even allow myself to purchase them within the rules of my Nova year because my hair has been so unhealthy and making me so unhappy that I just don't want to use lousy products on my hair anymore because my hair has been taking a toll with my diet and my way of taking care of it. I never take care of my hair the way I do my skin. And even though I have a simple skincare routine, I used to have a hair care routine, even though I don't apply heat on it. And I was just becoming unhappy with my hair. My hair was making me unhappy. I was putting a lot of heat to it just to make it look pretty because I was just hating on it the entire time. Now I'm back to beautiful hair, even though I have nowhere near the amount of hair I used to have. It's growing slowly, and that was sort of a health thing. And going into Lush was a beautiful experience. Again, that's a store that one of my dreams is to bring it to Colombia and just have a franchise of Lush. I would love that. I would truly love that. If I had the money to do it, I even wrote them an email asking them if I could do it, but they weren't planning on coming to this part of the world anytime soon. So when they are, maybe I will just do a loan and bring a Lush store. Even though they're pricey, I find that 90% of the products from them that I've tried have worked for me in a beautiful way. And I love the concept of supporting minorities, supporting people that are basically stigmatized by society. I love that because I'm a weirdo on the inside. At least I'm a weirdo. I think that I can never click with a ton of people. I'm a loner. I'm just this person that people, when they see me like wearing this makeup and looking glam and being an image consultant and a makeup artist, they would think that I'm popular and that I'm a person that will just fit everywhere, and I don't. So when I go to Lush, I feel like I belong. It's something beautiful. There's something beautiful about that store. So I guess that was it for my check-in. I ended up using some of my 12 items to purchase. All the purchases I made were happy purchases, were purchases that I thought through. They weren't purchases that I just got them because I wanted them. It was just stuff that I truly thought that I was gonna use a ton, like the Viva palette and the Spirited lipstick from Givenchy. That I know I will use up, like I've done all the Le Rouge Perfectos. And the Viva palette is gonna be a palette that I will use a ton more than all the other Natasha Denona palettes, if that's even possible. And then the 2 things that I got with a gift card, they were sort of wants, not needs. Everything is a want, it's not a need. You don't need makeup. But they were sort of a fun item to purchase. And then the other stuff that I bought, I'm proud of myself that I made a shopping list and I stuck to it. I didn't get 2 products that I needed to get for my makeup kit, like the Duraline, and there was something else I don't remember. But the Duraline, I don't remember the other product, but Duraline, I've been missing every single day. So I know I will end up purchasing it sooner rather than later because my Inglot 77 liner doesn't work the same without Duraline. It starts to get a little dry, and I need to get every single drop of that liner because I use it on every single client. So I don't know if I rambled too much, but what I'm trying to say on this video is that I get you guys. You live near to Ulta's and Sephora's and Targets and drugstores, and I know that it's hard not to shop when you want to shop. But think about your goal. My goal is to pay my credit cards. Oh, and about talking about credit cards, I have a credit card that has about $6,000 worth of debt, and I got mail that said that I could do a balance transfer, and I did, and now I have 14 months no interest to pay that credit card. And what my aunt told me is that I could just, because I'm not a finance geek or anything, she told me that I could just pay the amount that I could for these 14 months, and if I still have something left on the card, I should just take another offer and do the same thing until I pay my debt, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I thought that maybe you guys are like me and don't know this stuff because in Colombia things are handled different, but that's a good way to just keep paying your debt without paying interest, because interest on credit cards will kill you. So now I have this goal to pay up this credit card in 14 months, but if I can't, I'm not gonna make myself unhappy. I'm just gonna redo the balance transfer process. Even though they charge you a little bit, it's nowhere near what I'm gonna get charged for the 14 months of interest in a balance that's so high. So that's it for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoy. Let me know in the comments below if you're in a no buy year and how was this past month for you. Also, let me know if you like to see any of the products that I mentioned on an upcoming video, except for the cranberry palette. I already filmed that. And have you shopped lately? Have you felt the need to lie? Or have you felt the need to hide your behavior? Just come clean in the comments below if you have felt the need to just hide your behavior, because I find that to be shameful. It's not part of who I am. I didn't think that I was ever gonna be that person, but it came to my mind. It's sort of like the little devil speaking to you, the little shopping devil. So that's it, you guys. I hope you subscribe. Stay tuned for more updates and more videos, and I guess I'll see you on the next. Oh, the emoji should be a little devil, or if you have been good, just an angel. And that's it, you guys. I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.